Hello and welcome to Lantern Lane Stories. Tonight's story is The Boy Who Learned to Dream. In 1893, Caracas was painted in shades of red and gold. Rain pooled on the stone streets in wide, warm puddles. The smell of wet earth and cacao hung thick in the air. Inside a grand house on the plaza, a boy sat alone. His name was Simón Bolívar. He was only 10 years old. His father had died when Simón was very small. Now his mother was gone too. The big rooms echoed when he walked through them. His uncle took him in, but he was busy with many things. Servants moved quietly through the halls. No one asked Simón what he dreamed about. He sat by the window and watched the rain. He watched people walk past below. He wondered what they were going to do. The house felt too big for one small, sad boy. One afternoon, a man knocked on the door. His name was Simón Rodríguez. He had kind eyes and wore simple clothes. He was not like the other teachers in Caracas. Most teachers made boys sit at desks for hours. They made them memorize words from heavy books. Rodríguez was different. He looked at young Simón and smiled. "I see you there by the window," Rodríguez said. "You look like someone who wants to understand the world." Simón nodded. He had never had anyone ask him what he wanted to know. "Then we will not stay inside," Rodríguez said. "The world does not live in books. The world lives outside in the mountains, in the wind." Simón felt something warm bloom in his chest. The next morning, Rodríguez and Simón walked out of Caracas. They left the city's stone streets behind. The air grew cooler as they climbed. Simón's legs were thin, but he did not complain. "Feel this?" Rodríguez said, holding out his hand. "This wind comes from far away, from across the mountains. It has touched trees we will never see. It has touched people we will never meet." Simón thought about that. "Are those people like us?" he asked. "Yes," Rodríguez said. "They want to eat, to sleep, to be safe. They want to be free." Simón had never heard a grown man use that word, free. Around them, the green leaves shimmered in the sun. A stream rushed over smooth stones. Rodríguez knelt down and filled his cup. "Drink," he said. "This water came from the mountain's heart." Simón drank. The water was cold and tasted like stone and earth. It tasted like something true. Week after week, they walked in the foothills. Rodríguez did not use a single textbook. Instead, he showed Simón how to observe. "Look at how the leaves turn to catch the light," he said. They do not ask permission to move. They simply do what they must to live. Simón began to see the world differently. He noticed how the plants grew toward the sun, how the smaller streams joined the bigger ones, how everything in nature had a reason. People should be like that too. Rodríguez said one afternoon they should be free to grow, to move, to become who they are meant to be. Simón's chest felt full when he heard this. No one had ever told him that people deserved freedom in Caracas. Everyone obeyed someone else. The king ruled Spain, Spain ruled Venezuela, the rich ruled the poor. But here in the mountains, Rodríguez was teaching him something else. He was teaching him to think and to dream by evening. When they returned to the city, Simón walked differently. His head was high. His eyes were bright. Months passed. Simón's legs grew stronger from the walking. His mind grew stronger from the questions. One evening, they sat on a stone wall overlooking Caracas. The city was turning gold in the last light. "You have lost your parents," Rodríguez said quietly. "That is a heavy thing for a boy to carry." Simón's eyes grew warm with tears. "But you have not lost your future," Rodríguez continued. "Inside you, I see someone who will do great things, someone who will think for himself, someone who will believe that people deserve to be free." Simón turned to look at his teacher. This man had given him more than lessons. He had given him hope. "Will you always teach me?" Simón asked. I will teach you how to ask questions, Rodriguez said. After that, the world becomes your teacher. Simón felt the warmth of the evening sun on his face. He felt the stone beneath him, solid and real. He felt for the first time since his mother died that he was not alone, that he was exactly where he needed to be. The man beside him was not his father, but he was something just as important. He was a door to a bigger world, a door to freedom. Years later, Simón would travel to Spain and France and Rome. He would learn languages and read books and study with scholars, but he would never forget the lessons learned on those mountain walks. He would never forget the teacher who believed in him. He would never forget the words, "You deserve to be free." When Simón grew up, he would become a soldier and then something greater. He would lead armies across mountains and rivers. He would free 6 nations from rulers who did not let them choose. He would dream the dreams that Rodriguez taught him to dream. Years later, Bolívar would say, "Without Rodriguez, I would not be who I am." He would say, "He gave me the gift of thought." He would say, "He taught me that freedom is not a thing. It is a responsibility, a promise we make to everyone we meet." But all of that was still ahead on this night. He was just a boy who had found a teacher, a boy who had learned to dream, a boy who knew in his bones that his life would mean something. And so Caracas also slowly fell asleep. Good night.